NLSAT Part B case studies are one of a kind. We do not have any books to give these legal case studies to you. So in this video, I am going to help you understand how to solve these Part B questions. Here, the question that I've picked up is from my module on NLSAT, and I'm going to tell you how to write an answer to such a question जो Part B में आपके NLSAT में मिलेगा. So let's start with this video. Hi guys, I'm Ayushi, your mentor for law entrance exams, and welcome to Law Digest. Coming on to the question straight away, the question says Mr. H runs a hotel in the hotel is called Orchido. So here, probably when you are solving such case studies, they are long. Now this is first paragraph of the case study. The second one is to be followed. So what you can do is on a rough piece of paper, because you will be having this part B examination in pen paper mode, so you can write it down on a piece of paper on the side so that you don't forget the facts, because part B questions will be too many, the time will be less, you have to be very quick with it. So side में अगर आप notes बना लेंगे, it will help you a lot so that you don't have to read the question again and again. Here we see Mr. H is running a hotel जिसका नाम है Orchido, and this hotel is located in the place XYZ. Now Mr. B जो है ये एक businessman है and he is on a business trip and he is staying in this hotel for the last 7 days. He was scheduled to leave from here on 11th of August. What happens is on 10th of August, all the flights and the trains out of this place XYZ get cancelled because कुछ laws ऐसे implement हो रहे हैं उस city में, which is why people are protesting. There are unprecedented riots and there's a curfew situation that has come up. The state has announced curfew and people were advised to stay wherever they are. So what Mr. H does is he goes to Mr. B and tells that since curfew is in operation, so he should be staying at Orchido till the date the curfew is relaxed and the trains resume. And B also agreed that okay, he will stay, and he stayed there till 20th of August. He was scheduled to leave on 11th, but he had to stay till the 20th because of the curfew situation. Now, obviously his stay got extended and Mr. H complained that the facilities were not proper at the hotel. Basic facilities like towels, soaps, regular drinking water supply, food, electricity, there were issues with these basic necessities. Now Mr. H told him that since the curfew was imposed, there were a shortage of supplies, it was not possible to procure all these things, and which is why these facilities were not provided to him. And ultimately what happened was that because of this tiff, Mr. B did not pay the whole amount. He paid half the tariff of the extended stay, which means that he paid for the time till 11th of August he paid in full, but from 11th of August to 20th of August, whatever the tariff was, he paid only 50% of it. So Mr. H demands full payment out of him, which he does not give, which is why Mr. H is suing Mr. B for that extra tariff. Now, will he succeed is the question. You have to take a one side. If you will see on the website of NLS, they've clearly provided that you can take either side. No response is correct. You can modulate, you can try to give out any reasons, as much as reasons you can for these answers. So the answer is not fixed, you have to frame it up. So you can choose any side. Firstly, what you will do is you will pick a side. Then secondly, you will frame your points. What will be your points? For say, if you pick up the side for Mr. H, that you are arguing from the side of Mr. H, what are the points given here? 4. Now here we are giving you suggestive answers. This is how we've done in our module. We are providing you with 100 case studies there, and we'll be providing you with for and against answers for each of the case study so that you know how to write these answers, because yahan par we do not have to apply our legal knowledge. I know along with NLSAT you might be studying for other examinations as well, like DU, and there the kind of legal that you need to know is a little in depth than NLSAT or any other examination for that matter. So that legal knowledge has not is not to be applied here. We have to go by basic reasoning, basic common sense. Now, what will be your points from the for situation? Mr. H had made a clear offer to Mr. B that he could stay at the hotel till curfew is relaxed and circumstances in the state get normalized. Here हम अपने words में लिख सकते हैं. You can write it in your own words. You need not go by the question particularly. Just that reasoning has to come out, and the law does not need to be applied there. Here we are saying that H has made a clear offer. Our first point is that the offer is clear that you will stay up till the curfew and the circumstances get normalized. Here it is implicit that this hotel is a commercial property. It is not any charity that Mr. X is doing. There is no charity work that he's doing. So here the extended stay is obviously on paid basis, and it is the liability of Mr. B to pay for it. He cannot absolve himself from this liability that he won't pay. Now, also there was no reason on part of Mr. B to assume that he could make the payment of half the tariff and get away with. As I said, this is not a charity, or there is nothing in the condition to state. Mr. H has not stated, or Mr. B has not asked that since the curfew is there, normal services might not be available, so we'll give you at a discounted price, the stays at a discounted price. Or Mr. B also did not ask for it. So in that situation, he will have to pay the full tariff. So these are 3 points we have. Further, as for the question of services are concerned, here we were talking about tariff. Now for the services, it is clear that in curfew situation is existing in the state. Movement of persons, goods and services gets greatly hampered in such situations. It might not be possible for the hotel to procure bath accessories or towels. This place may be located at a remote location, and it might not have been possible to go outside because the shops are obviously closed. Now these situations are not given. However, you have to apply your brains. So you will not directly say that since the shops are closed, because many students do that. I've seen in mocks, when I'm checking the answers, people do write additional facts with certainty that the shops were closed, the hotel staff could not go out. Here the facts do not say so. Anything here in the facts does not hint at these things. You might assume. So probably how you can write it is that you can say it might not have been possible for the hotel staff to go outside, look for shops, or it might have been possible that the shops were closed and these things could not have been procured. So you will write these things with a sense of probability. There's a permutation combination that needs to be applied. Now, further it says, and in such circumstances, you cannot expect the hotel to procure all services. So we are hinting at the probability of a situation. We are not saying that this does exist definitely. Because had there been definite situations, then we would have had one answer only. Here हम for against में लिख रहे हैं, मतलब there are a lot of probabilities that are there. Now, further, the fact that curfew situation is there is the reason why Mr. B kept staying at Orchido and places were not open. He could not have, gone anywhere else, and which is why he did not move to any other property, because the situation was such. Safety issues are always there, so he will be liable to make the full payment. So we've had good amount of 5-6 points from the side of Mr. H. I would say that 5-6 points are good enough. If you can stretch it to 7-8, excellent, because since you just have to apply your reasoning here, common sense will govern. There are no set principles as such. So considering the fact that NLSAT 2022 happened for the first time last year, we have read a lot of answers from the students in the mocks that we conducted. So we've seen the kind of answers the students write, and I feel 5-6 points are good enough if you can make them out. Now moving to the against side of it. For example, if you are appearing from the side of Mr. B, then what will your contentions be? When Mr. B agreed to stay at the hotel due to the supervening circumstances, there was a clear agreement between the parties that the stay would be arranged without any deficiency of the services. So basically, you can say that here, in the above situation, it was not mentioned that there will be any deficiency in the services. As I said earlier, that it was not decided that, you know, the prices will reduce or the services will be of a lower grade. So Mr. B did not expect that the services that he got till 11th of August, they he assumed that they will only continue till 20th of August. It could not have been presumed that these services will be different from this time period. Further, Mr. B never agreed to receive deficient services during extended services, as we've already spoken. In fact, Mr. H did not even communicate this to Mr. B, that the hotel will not be able to provide so, because the situations are such, it is not possible that all these facilities, the facilities that you're getting till 11th of August, can be continued till the 20th in the curfew situation. This was not made clear, and therefore Mr. B, who went to a hotel assuming that basic facilities will be there, these facilities are substandard for him, it is a substandard stay for him, and he cannot be compelled to live in this situation and pay for it. Now, moving forward, it is expected that the hotel will make all prior arrangements, because the hotels are expected, to encompass emergencies like these, situations like these, and they should have stock in hand, uh, at least basic stock. Then this is why the customer pays hefty price in the first place. Basically, he's trying to say that if he's staying at a good hotel paying a higher price, circumstances, situations like these are the ones that we pay high price for. We do not expect that in flood situation or in rains. There could have been rains as well. What if there was excessive rain, the staff could not have moved out? Even in those situations, it could have been expected that basic facilities will be met, which is why these hotels charge hefty prices, and it was expected out of them that all these unforeseen circumstances will be taken care of in that price tag which the hotel has. Now here, if Ochito could not provide all those necessary facilities, then he could have stayed in an adjacent property, in some other property. So Mr. H does not have the right to demand full payment, and he will not succeed because these facilities were not there. Again, we have these points with us. If you can frame more points, we've given this from the point of view of a basic, a layman, a person with average intelligence. That 5 6 points you can frame easily for every case study. As I said earlier, you can add more points, they'll fetch you good marks. uh, I believe it is not merely necessary that you write in order to expand that answer of yours. You keep repeating the same thing again and again, because that is what generally the approach of students is. If you are writing well, you have 5 6 concrete points, you've drafted them well, you've put them out well, presented them well, then I think you will fetch good marks, rather than writing, having 2 3 points only and stretching them too far to fill in that 1 or 2 page. So have good pointers with you. This will come only with practice. So you can frame these case studies yourself also. You can take help of people around you to help you frame these, because I would say there are no books as such. Probably you can pick up those GMAT books and look at the situational questions that they have, or if you want, you can enroll for our NLSAT module. As I said earlier, we are providing you with 100 case studies. 100 case studies is a lot, and you will get to practice. These for and against answers will also be provided to you, so that you have those suggestive answers with you, that how are you supposed to actually solve these questions. Iske alawa, we do come out with mocks as well, but then mocks come close to the examination, 2 3 months before the examination those mocks come. There also you will have a fair amount of practice, and we check those answers as well for your mocks. So I think we are providing you a good platform for practice, and you can any day take help of it. I hope this video was of use for you. It helped you. Just in case you have any doubts or queries or any feedback that you have, you can drop down the same in the comment box below. Keep following us here for more such videos, not just for your NLSAT examination, other examinations as well, your legal career, legal current affairs, everything gets covered up here. Also, keep following us on Instagram for daily legal updates.